Suburban Sentinel here, once again plying the highways and byways of the great American suburbs here in New England. And this is the continuation of our mini-series on road rage. In the first part, we examined ways of avoiding road rage by kind of adopting a Zen attitude towards driving, etc., etc. And I will leave the link to that video in the comments section below and somewhere on the screen here. But let's assume that in your travels you are unable to avoid an irate or angry motorist. You have someone that's honking at you unnecessarily, giving you the finger for whatever reason. The next best thing is to ignore them. Just pretend they don't exist. Now, I know that can be hard to do. Personally, I am not one who suffers fools well. I tend to not let people get away with inappropriate or bad behavior. But on the roadways, it's just not worth it. There's too much danger to you, to innocent motorists and bystanders, and to them to really take adverse action unless it's absolutely necessary. So again, ignore them. You can't control what they do, but you do have full control of your reaction. Let the irate motorist have his or her accident somewhere else. Now and then you will make contact with a driver who just flat out refuses to be ignored. If you will not acknowledge their presence or that they are giving you the finger or whatever, they will try tailgating you, coming very close to you, etc., etc. That kind of crazy behavior. In that situation, I find the next best alternative is to try to diffuse them. And two ways I have found some success is if someone gives me the finger and refuses to be ignored, I wave and smile at them. And it tends to confuse them so they don't know what to do. So most of those people back off. If that doesn't work, I'll even try blowing kisses at them. And that has one of two reactions. Either they get so embarrassed that they take off, or they get so flustered they act even more crazy. And it's kind of a crapshoot in my experience. If your attempts to diffuse the situation fail, now it's time to take more serious action. And if you got a joker who just will not leave you alone, the first thing I'd try to do is increase the margin of safety. And I do this normally by slowing down. If I'm on the highway, I'll drop down to 35 or 40 miles an hour to shorten stopping distances and make things just happen more slowly. I will also call the authorities. So increase your margin of safety and announce. Use your cell phone, and in most states you can just dial 911 to be connected to the state police. And there's three things you want to tell them in any announcement. You want to tell them who you are, where you are, and what you want. Who you are, give them your name and a description of your vehicle. Hi, I'm Joe Schmo. I'm driving a blue Chevy sedan with Connecticut tags, number such and such. That covers who you are. Now you want to cover where you are, your location on the roadway, including your direction. I am northbound on I-95, approximately 3 miles north of exit 32. That covers where you are. Third thing is, what do you want? And you're going to tell them, I am being pursued by a dangerous or crazy driver. He is driving an orange Chevy sedan with Massachusetts plates, and give them a full or partial plate number if you can. and request assistance. If you are able to, drive towards a safe zone, a place on the highway where there's plenty of traffic, and wait for the state police or other authorities to intervene. Not only are you getting help, but you're also covering your rear end in case there's an altercation. You want to be the one who called the police. In the event that you make contact with a motorist who either won't give up or is trying to run you off the road, the best thing you can do in that circumstance is try to keep moving at a safe speed and in a safe direction. Of course, keep the authorities updated on your location and direction of travel, and again, keep moving. If you are forced to stop or run off the road, or it's not safe to keep moving, be ready to fight. And at that point, I would use as much force as the law permits. If someone runs me off the road, they have already used their vehicle as a weapon against me. And I'm going to assume that they're not there to have an unfriendly argument or anything of that nature. I'm going to assume the worst. And of course, in the car, I try to keep at least one extra handgun mounted in the car where it's legal and one on my person. If it's all possible, I would stay in the car in the event that someone uses their motor vehicle as a weapon against you. They may try to run you over with their car. And don't forget that you have the same opportunity. You can use your car as an offensive weapon. Of course, that is a last resort. We want to do everything within our control to avoid or at least minimize any incidents of these road raging motorists. And I think I'm going to do a part 3 on this series with a couple of road rage stories. I've lived in the New York corridor most of my life, and there's a high concentration of people, motor vehicles, and you see a lot of crazy stuff. I saw a lot, especially when I was driving a truck in New York City. So I'll do another video about that. Thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Drive safely, everybody.